started.
Ask and you shall receive.
Hello. Sorry. I was totally enthralled in trying to figure out how financial aid crap works at A&M. So, yep. Totally wasn't even paying attention to what time it was.
That's fine. I'm waiting for a phone call from my cell phone repair guy down the street about my phone for the grandma. But it said if you have to get a new one, all you need to do is just get the display replaced because the display went out on it.
All right. Well, I guess people can tell we're live now.
Woo, we live.
We live. We live. We live.
All right. So, hey Jahat, who was do you remember who the commander was that you stole that we stole the ship from, and he was the only survivor that left the ship?
The hand that was Imperial Hand is Saj Grieve.
Oh, not that guy. He did not want to die.
So, do you care if I use your obligation from last week to tie into today's game?
Go for it.
Okay, so we were discussing that, and we've been just rolling and taking strain, so maybe we'll have it affect gameplay some. So we'll do that today. So we'll just assume it's on Jahat from the last week's roll. So he takes 2 strain, everyone else takes 1. And you guys can go ahead and start doing your force, your destiny pool.
The bolt pull already?
That's your whole destiny. Woo.
I'm rejoining as player.
So the force is strong on the dark side. Now it's balanced. Alright, just need Demarion to roll.
Sorry, child brought me food.
And I don't
Darn
see...
children.
I was just thinking I may be hungry, and then boom, there's my plate of spaghetti.
Alright.
I have trained her
Children can
well.
use the mind reading power.
I have trained her well.
Alright, let's stick with the game. Alright, here we go. So, he can just roll that when he gets back on.
I'll roll in a minute. I just had to pull my character sheet back up. I had to reset.
Alright, that's fine. Alright. So, last week, it was 2 weeks ago, we are on the Belsavis surface, negative 50 degrees. You guys had 2 bunkers set up. You guys were taking on and decimating the enemy's forces. Commander Cisco approached Angiver and said, I think I see their Gazanti. That's probably their command ship. If we could take that over, we can end this. Angiver agreed, so Commander Cisco and this, I guess, probe, it looks like a weird looking droid vehicle contraption, flies up in the air with his jetpack. And then Angiver asked if anyone wants to go with him to assault the it's a C-ROC basically. It's the civilian version of the Gazanti. So he's got his X-34 speeder, and is anyone wanting to join Angiver in the X-34 speeder to approach the C-ROC that's most likely the flagship for the pirates?
My character would.
Okay.
Keep in mind, y'all still under attack, so I guess choose wisely.
Well, you guys blew up all the speeders that were in the vicinity, and it looks like the two ships that were still in the air have flown off, and they look like they're going towards the Gazanti. Or the C-ROC.
Mostly to been defeated.
So okay, so I'll go ahead and move us over to that map. Okay. So, and Guyver, I guess Udar can put your character in there. You're right here.
Right where?
Right here.
Okay. The silver bullet.
Yep. So you guys are in the vehicle making your way over towards the C-ROC. As you guys are probably about short range vehicle, you see a bright blue flash of turbo laser fire. It looks like it's coming towards from the C-ROC. Does your vehicle have any shields on it?
Let me check.
So your vehicle.
It's a standard X4 speeder. I think it's all the stats up to date on it.
All right. So still at 3, right?
Let me check. I'm pulling up the sheet now.
All right. So basically, a bunch of fire.
Seal 2.
Still at
Seal
2.
2 and no armor.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a dark side. And I'm going to upgrade.
Is evasive maneuver something I have to do on a thing? And I remember you talking about about 2 weeks ago. What does evasive maneuvers do?
If you declare evasive maneuvers, you have to be at least going speed 3 or higher. But it makes it difficult for vehicles to shoot you, but also it upgrades the difficulty to shoot you and it upgrades your difficulty to shoot others.
Okay, it's only a speed 2 vehicle, so can't even do that.
Yep. That's why I had swoop bikes. Okay.
Now, Chewie, I'll say, take evasive maneuvers.
All right, so your vehicle takes 6 damage, and you're lucky. No advantages rolled. Does that destroy your ship?
Yeah, it's only got for.
All right, so your
points.
ship blows up. Everyone on board takes 10 damage.
In damage?
No soak can.
Yeah, your soak can take it.
Okay, soak can take it.
Isn't there something on that allows you to take less damage or something like that on the vehicle?
So everyone take 10. I'm thinking that might at least injure probably some people. Not Udark, of course, or the droid, but but basically your vehicle explodes as turbo laser fire hits.
Can we use the coordination to roll out as we see it coming or anything to
No,
mitigate?
you just take it because it's like a blast weapon. Unless you have something that allows you to avoid blast from a blast weapon, you can't. There is I think there's some talents, but I think the
Wait.
Okay, so Kit Cam got a little Kit Cam as you are thrown from the exploded vehicle with debris. A little bit of flame is on your armor, and you kind of roll it around in the snow and douse it out. Same with Guyver, and Guyver's actually got a little piece of shrapnel stuck in his shoulder. But your vehicle is now a smoking pile of debris.
I'll fix it later.
All right. If you look ahead, you see a bunch of crap up in the distance. I need to throw some Ugnaughts on there. But basically, just pretend you see some Ugnaughts, and I'll go throw some on the ship. But the pirate, it looks like the pirate queen, or the one that's wearing the horn mask, has what looks like a digital mega blowhorn, and turns it on. You hear that loud noise when that comes on. What's going on? It's a blast. So it's not a blast weapon unless you're personal skill. So most vehicle weapons have such a powerful, do so much damage. It basically does blast 10 to anyone if it's hitting something that's personal skill. So everything that's near the blast, so your vehicle absorbed it and blew it up. So you guys only take the blast damage versus it doesn't go through. So that's how that happens. All right.
I forgot to count my soak.
I'm guessing these are enemies.
Yeah, the one they look like the pirate queen. So let me. Here you go. I got some Ugnaughts. So basically, they have a megaphone. Here we go. And then they got like 2 Ugnaughts on board. It looks like Master for sure. And Blaster you've only seen with the mask on, but you see another Ugnaught with like a baby. It looks like a child almost in the facial features. But it's knocked unconscious. The other one looks like he's injured pretty badly. And the pirate queen with the mask says through the loud blowhorns, We've only come for the credits that we've noticed you stockpiling for the last few nights. As you can see, you've caused us quite an expense, so let's end things and go ahead and bring us all those crates of credits, and we'll leave you be. So, does anyone have a blowhorn or something really loud to respond back to them? Because you're hearing an echo throughout the empty snow valleys and stuff.
No, but while they're talking, I guess distracted, I guess we can talk amongst ourselves then, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they can't hear you, but they are looking
so,
for...
Guys, any suggestions? Want to coordinate something? Do we want to try to shoot them?
Man, I personally think it looks like there's an awful lot of them. I don't think our weapons really have a great chance. I mean, some people, and I'll kind of look over at Urdak and be like, might have a better chance than others at hitting and doing some damage to these things, but I know my weapons are going to be pretty much useless.
Oh, those weapons are like... So they're like vehicle weapons, and they're super far away, so they'll just kill us before we even get close.
They barely... I had to use a dark side point for them to get successful, just because it's that much harder to hit you guys, because you guys are so small compared to the vehicle. But if they hit you, you're knocked out.
Yeah, so it's definitely not a good idea to just go run at them in a straight line.
And anyone that wasn't on the vehicle, you can get there in 2 maneuvers. They basically drove extreme range, so or long range. They didn't get very far from the previous map. So if anyone that wasn't riding in the vehicle, you guys can make it up there.
Yacht's actually at this point still clinging to one of the 2 surviving fighters.
Okay, so you're on this surviving fighter. What do you want to do? As the wind's squishing around and it's flying around, it's trying to do evasive maneuvers to try and shake you off of it.
Can I try and open the cockpit and do a Halo starfighter jacking?
What are you going to use to open the cockpit?
Can I use my influence power to? I'd like to use the control one on him, on the pilot, and try and convince him that the button to open the cockpit is like something like a trigger for flares that he thinks will knock me off.
That's against willpower.
The influence power.
Yeah, it's versus willpower, right? So,
Yeah, discipline versus discipline.
Okay. So you are flying in the air. I'm going to say you're kind of cold too as ice is building up on your thing. So I'm going to give you a setback due to environmentals and having to hold on and concentrate. The willpower. Okay, so I'm going to upgrade your check and give you a setback. It's 2 willpower, so it's going to be a red and a purple plus a setback. And so if you have anything that can mitigate any of that or change the dice pool, that's what your initial dice pool is.
All right.
So
I think Raptor was still up in the air too from last session.
what was Raptor doing?
He had just grabbed a guy off a speeder and flew him 50 feet up in the air and dropped him.
Oh, so okay, so you're in your jetpack. Okay, yeah, you can get there. Raptor can get pretty much most places on the map. Can get over to the map pretty easily with the jetpack.
No. Okay, so I am unsuccessful.
Okay, you didn't want to spend any points.
Based on how the influence power works, I can't. I don't think.
Okay. All right. So you're concentrating really hard, and you just can't seem to. You get this blasted snow smacking into your face at 150 miles an hour, is making it really difficult for you to even remember. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to try and get him to push that button. So it's just too distracting. You're starting to lose your grip a little bit, and so it's just so much things going on.
Yeah, I'll spend the 2 pips to inflict 2 strain on him, though.
Okay, so these guys are still kind of a ways away. I guess they can't hear you unless someone's got some way of some type of device that can project your voice, or here's an idea. They get back on the intercom. I realize you are probably too far away to respond. So respond with your surrender terms on comm channel 3615. So the pirates have given you a way to respond to them or talk to them.
Okay. I will kind of look over at everybody, and I will be like, "Do you want me to get on and talk to them, or I could give somebody a device that will change your voice so it doesn't sound like your voice?"
Also, just to remind you guys, Master Blaster did teach one of the droids it had to refer to bolts and divots as credits, and so the pirates had been seeing that droid loading up crates and crates of quote-unquote credits and driving them over to your guys' location. So there's a bunch of crates full of credits inside your base.
So if they're going to want to get the credits, then they're going to have to come to us.
Yeah, but they're getting tired of that, and so they're like, let's end this quickly, or basically we're going to go ahead and bring all wrath of hell down upon you. So we just want the credits and we'll leave, basically, is what they said. So they're kind of giving you an ultimatum.
Senna goes over group comms and says, "Can't we just fall back into the underground facility and draw them in? They can't use their vehicles there."
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me. I honestly totally forgot about the underground tunnels and systems.
Okay, and no one's taking care of the Kinnerath that are down there, from what I remember, right? So they're still around. Okay. That was more of a statement than a question. Okay. All right, so are you going to respond in the comms to the pirates?
I will look around and I'll still kind of like trying to get a consensus of what we're gonna do. Because if I need to speak, then I can speak, or if somebody else would have a better time at speaking and commanding attention and whatever, then I can just give up my voice changer to somebody else.
I don't think that making a deal with these pirates gets us any of us what we want from this situation.
No, I think we're and you can probably hear wind whistling as Jihad's chiming in. No, I think we're definitely on the same page. Or I'm picturing that we draw them into there, and then whoever the Kinrath don't kill, we finish off.
All right. You also, it's going to take at least 2 turns from where you're at to get back to the cave if you're running.
Well, I think Senna. I didn't know what was going on at the beginning of the session. I think Senna was in one of the bunkers by the thing.
Okay, well then you'll be there. But for Angiver, okay, so think of your team. Some of your team is at least 2 rounds away from getting to the cave. Angiver and Udark, I know for sure. I don't know who else. I think Hitcam was riding with them. So at least some of your group are out in the open, and those vehicles can they're within range.
I mean, we have this big rock. Can we just like run with it behind us?
I mean, yeah, we could, but I think Senna's point that she was trying to make was that they're still going to continue in advance in vehicles, which have way better weapons than what our weapons are that we have, since we utilize shooting people and close-up things and not such big things as vehicles. So I think that it is a good idea to maybe fall back into the tunnels and force them to come into turf that we're more familiar with, instead of sitting out here and being bait for them just to pick off one at a time.
That does sound like a best thing we could do.
Okay. Well, then Kick Him is going to go ahead and start taking off towards the tunneling system that we were at before.
All right.
So just to be clear, are we just retreating there, or are we like pretending to surrender and be like, yeah, sure, we'll guide you to the credits?
We can pretend to surrender so that we don't have any dudes firing at us.
They might make it conditional that we stay out in the open while they reach us.
Yeah, I'm not super confident in how much we can trust them. So I'm slightly leaning towards just, retreating there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was initially thinking, was just taking off and running.
My character can cover the escape of some of the squishiers.
Okay, so you guys are going to spend 2 maneuvers then, not 2 maneuvers, 2 turns to get back to the cave, and then the people that are at the bunker.
Raptor's going to head back toward the tunnels to kind of be the front line of going in toward the facility.
Okay.
Unless you guys need some covering fire.
So so everyone that's running, I guess if you want to try and make up more ground, you can do a coordination check. With the floor, the ground's kind of, it's snow, so your foot could get stuck. You could fall in a hole or whatnot. So I'm going to treat it as difficult terrain and give you 2 setback, but you can do a coordination check.
Each of us do
Actually,
coordination?
I'll say.
Group?
Huh?
Is it each of us do coordination, or is it a group?
You could do it as a group if you want. So it'd be a coordinate just the ones that are out in the open that are making it to the caves. You got half your group still at the bunker that's right next to the cave entrance. So for the ones that are trying to run, you have the option to try and get some extra movement by doing a coordination check to run a little faster through the difficult terrain if you want. But that would be I'm just going to say it's going to be a 3 purple because it's hard, and then you have the 2 setback from the environmental conditions. So you guys can figure out who has the best skills to combine, and then do 3 purple with 2 setback coordination, and the setback are environmental. Then the people that are at the bunker, what do you guys do? Are you staying at the bunker, or are you going to go inside the cave?
I think Senna's probably gonna wait for Raptor to get to her before she goes in.
Okay. Then too bad we don't have our medic here. I've actually got a way to where the medic's going to actually have to would be useful. Okay, so you guys start running, make your zigzag pattern. As you guys are running in zigzag, one of the Jawa scavenger skiffs is coming through you, and it looks like it has a droidica on it. So it's driving. It's able to catch up to where you guys are. Pretty. Oops, didn't mean to grab the big ship. All right, I really need to group these. Here we go. So you basically hear the skiff as it's getting closer to you guys. And it kind of just stops right here. And it kind of rotates like this. And then the droidica on board. Here we go. Trying to position it. The droidica on board looks like its weapons are charging up, and it's going to attempt to do a fire sweep. So, as you guys are running, you hear a bunch of blaster bolts hitting the ice and snow behind you. Here we go. Bunch. It's hitting the snow. You hear smoke. You see splashes of snow from the ground, but luckily no one was hit as it did a strife across the area as you guys are running. All right. Okay, so they spend their time doing that. You guys are running towards the entrance. The guys at the base are waiting for your Cena's waiting for her droid to meet her there. So I'm going to go ahead and move us to the next page. All right, I'm going to go and clear off this map. There's a lot
on my way back.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start hiding some of the stuff that is in the way. All right, so the guys in the bunker, we got Cena, we got Jahat. What do you want to do? You're up in the air again still.
Yeah, I'm still trying to hijack this interceptor. I'm also going to have my my stormtroopers. I guess go ahead and move into the tunnel.
Okay. Oh, there you are. You're over here. Okay. Then you guys are running to get to the bunker again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are doing that. The little bastard pirates run, get right up on you again. The droidic attempts to shoot a strafing fire again. Let's see. I will go ahead and spend a dark side point. All right. This is getting frustrating.
Just let me. I know we're kind of like in a weird sort of initiative right now, so just let me know when you want me to roll again on trying to influence this pilot.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and do that now. It's they're running. This could be what you're doing on this round before you get in the cave, so you can do that.
Okay,
All right,
I'm spending the advantage from my previous roll to get 2 boosts on this attempt.
Okay. Yes, you guys can. Yeah, I don't think you guys did your coordination yet. So you guys, whoever has the highest stuff, you can do a group coordination. It's the 3 purple, 2 black.
Oh, well, I rolled it again, but I did roll it the first time around.
Oh, were you successful then? I'm looking for your dice roll.
Yeah, it was right above your twin droidic heavy blasters.
Okay. So Kit Cam's in the lead then. Does Udark and Angiver and his droid or something want to combine to make the coordination?
I thought it was a group coordination, so one person rolled for everyone.
Okay, well, I guess if that was your guys' group one, then you guys are successful. So you guys are able to get 4 additional, for doing it. So you're able to get a lot closer. So you probably have, instead of using a double maneuver, I'll say you'll have an action to get to the cave after you move there. Or you can
Didn't
just
you say it only took 2 turns to get there? We spent our first one, and now this is our second.
Yeah, it would take you a full 2 turns of doing double movement to get there. So I'm saying instead of having on your second turn, you can get there on your first maneuver and have an action free or do a maneuver for something else.
Oh, so we're there now.
Yeah, you will be. All right, Evan. So I fall again. I fell again. All right, former strain to the. Okay, so
I'm back.
All right, so the pilot is okay. So basically, you were shot at by the droidka on one of the vehicles. It hit everything but you guys. It hit the snow. You guys are running back towards the cave. Kit Cam did a coordination check and got pretty successful on there. So you guys did a group roll. So she was able to get. You guys are able to get there on your second turn again, but you would actually have a free maneuver or an action. You can do something if you want before you get inside the cave.
Yeah, I wish I was here for that. You could use my droid stats for the coordination.
Okay. So right before you guys get to the cave, the droid is going to try and shoot at you guys again, but I've upgraded it, and you guys are going to get setback, since you guys are pretty close to the cave, or you're getting inside the cave, so you guys got a little cover. So I'll add some setback to that.
Is this a group coordination roll again?
Now Cam already rolled it, so that just means you get there in less than 4 maneuvers. You're able to get there in 3 maneuvers. That makes it a little easier.
Okay. Yeah, I just got back. I missed a lot of that.
Okay, so like before, the Jawa skiff hovers over and tries to shoot, doing a fire sweep. All right, that time it was successful, but you guys can do what you want with that strain or that threat. So
Run out of ammo.
okay. All right.
And one of it, so it's 3 to run out of ammo, and the last one, I guess, take a strain.
All right, so everyone takes 12. Let me read that real fast. Fire sweep. Okay, so 12, 13, 14. You guys take 14 damage in that strike.
14 damage.
Yeah, from the droideka.
He didn't get any advantage to activate auto fire.
No, he was doing a sweep. Droidekas get a sweep where they make a hard check. Fire sweep. As an action, a droideka can make a hard 3 purple gunnery check to inflict 1 hit that deals base damage with its built-in twin heavy blasters on up to... Oh, okay, never mind. So it's not able to do it on more than 2 targets. So not all of you guys. So the droid for sure is going to take one of those hits, and...
I have D4 standing in front of me.
Yeah, so the droid takes 13, and on 2 targets. So who's all there? We got Udark. So Udark and the droid. You both will take the
Okay, so my droid takes 1 damage.
Actually, it's 15, right? Each we're counting the first one too, so it's 15 damage.
What happened to Urdak?
15, but you can soak.
How much damage? 15, right?
Yeah, so you can remove your soak, and then as it's doing that, its blaster hands start sparking as if it's lost like a short or something, and so no more power is going to its weapons. And then what did you say you were using the last strain for, or the last threat? Did you say it was taking a strain?
I think, yeah. Does that sound good, everyone?
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. So take like 4 damage, yeah, 4.
All right, and so all you guys can go in the cave. Jahat's up in the air. Anyone else up in the air? Just Jahat. Okay, so Cena, your bodyguard's back. Did you all go in the cave?
Yeah, does anyone need healed? Because I'm going to have a repair done on me.
I'm not horrible, but I could stand to be healed, and I'm back as well.
Okay, let me check my medicine. I think I only have 1 point in it. How much damage you take?
All right.
4 actual points in damage, I believe.
That's less than half, so it's 2 purple, right?
Okay. BRB, my mom just called. Okay, so we're back. You guys are able to be up here in the cave. That's where the entrance starts.
I'll have my droid fix everyone up using my my military med pack, which gives automatic point in for anyone, whether they have skill or not. It's going to be a skilled assist, and I'm going to tell them to do it for anyone that needs healed.
Character is down by 4 points.
I'm assuming that's 2 purple check for everyone, right?
Yep.
All right, 1 sec.
All right, so go ahead and position your characters. Are you guys going to be at the foot of the cave?
Is that where we are?
You guys
Where
said
you?
I heard everyone was going into the cave. So this is the entrance.
Okay.
Everyone except for Jahat. Jahat's still hanging on to a jet that he's. The pilot looks like he's taken more strain and is struggling to keep it flying. Okay, so you guys are doing this. You hear more vehicles approaching. They get back on. I don't know why you are making this so difficult. We're only here for the credits. It's not worth your lives.
So if someone gets healed 1, I'm gonna use those advantage to boost next roll.
So we're going to go at. All right, so you're spending a turn doing that. Who else wants to do something while Angiver's healing someone? Who's he healing? Who are you healing, anyways?
Hit Cam and Urdak needs healed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he's gonna heal.
I need a
Are you
repair
healing
down
Kit Cam first? All right, well, figure out. You guys are still in the middle of combat, so I just need to figure out what you guys want to do. So you want to heal someone during. I guess this would be the action of the second round because you guys are able to get inside the cave.
Yeah, so when
Faster
we're
than
done,
usual.
I'm just going to do a quick kill check on him. If you want to give me a setback or 2, I can do that because of rushing it.
Who'd you heal though? Did you heal Kit Cam or did you heal Udart?
So my first one was probably for Rudark since he's the last one, and then I'll apply those a big boost towards Kit Cam's heal.
All right, then your character's not on here. Where's your character at?
I think we left him down in the bunker area in the workshop wherever it is down there.
Well, everyone's meeting up here because that's where you guys entered.
Sorry, I'm just moving everything around.
Okay, so you can definitely hear more and more vehicles approaching. You can hear mechanic as well as heavy armor crunching in the snow, like they're getting out of their vehicles. It sounds like they're dragging.
Can we hang by the entrance to ambush whoever comes in through the entrance?
Yeah, you could try that.
Kit Cam, you heal 5.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So,
Have my going to repair me and use the advantage to boost.
all right. So, Jihad, did you want to do anything since they're using additional actions?
If we're trying to set up an ambush in there, I'll have my stormtroopers set up their E-web somewhere convenient. And then for Jihad, at whatever point, I'll make another attempt at getting this guy to open the cockpit.
Okay, you could try that again. It'll be the same difficulty. You got plenty of light side points if you want to use one of those. All right, and Stephen, what do you want to do? Angiver got in the cave and started healing some people, so he spent a free action because it took them 3 maneuvers instead of 4 to get there because of their successful coordination check. So if you wanted to do an action as they're coming to the cave, just let me know what you want to do.
Yeah, I guess I'll have Raptor scout ahead since he's pretty good at sneaking. Was that what we did last time to get past the Kinrath? We snuck past them, or I can't remember.
Yeah, no one destroyed anything, so they're still around. So I'm just going to add them as an environmental nuisance of 2 setback for any organics, just to kick them off yourself or to get out of their way because they're going to keep coming towards you guys and biting and all that crap. So it's going to be like an environmental nuisance.
So I guess Raptor and Senna will start moving toward the bunker. Or not the bunker, the underground facility.
And Guyver, you're like you're 2 more turns ahead of everyone. So could you just I want to make sure everyone else is doing stuff kind of in a relative
Okay,
turn
that's
order.
fine. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with those triumphs.
Okay. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Cena?
Cena and Raptor were just gonna kind of be making their way toward the underground building.
Okay. So yeah, and the entrance the main entrance by the bunker is right over here where you guys came in.
Oh, it is. I thought it was all the way on the other side for some reason.
There's another one, but this is the one. There's 2 entrances on the map. This is the one I think that was closest to where the bunkers were.
Okay, so I'll head that way, I guess.
Okay.
It's like, is it down here somewhere?
Yeah, so the stairs, see the stairway up here that leads out of the cave to the surface.
Okay. But to get to the actual building, don't I have to go? Like,
yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a maze like you did the first time. You got to go through
yeah, we have to
the
go
tunnels.
over here, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna start making her way that way with Raptor.
Okay, so as you're healing people, it's pitch black too. So if you don't have any light or anything, it's gonna be 3 set back for the darkness, and you got the 2 sit back because of the annoyance of the Kinerath for anything you guys want to do.
Yeah, and I think my optic suites that I bought for Senna and her bodyguard's armor negate at least 2 setbacks.
Okay, so you're still looking at 3 instead of 5. So okay, Kit Cam got healed for 5. Udar got healed for 1.
I'm wearing. Me and my daughter were both wearing scanner goggles which completely allows me to see like it's normal daylight. So
you got 2 set back.
What's that?
So you got 2 set back then because of the Kinerath.
2 set back. Okay, I will blacks for each one of them.
Okay. Jahat, I guess another action's gone. So you guys can make your way closer to the building if you want, Cena, while Angiver's healing people. Angiver's taken two more turns to heal them, so you can add 2 more turns. Jahat, you can go ahead as you're flying. It's really hard to see stuff. You're holding on really tightly. Out of the corner of your visor, you're seeing more of the pirate vehicles are getting closer to the cave entrance.
Yeah. So what I want to do there with that, so I succeeded on my discipline roll with 1 threat, and I get a extra dark side pip from my crystal. So I'm going to spend that dark side pip and the successful roll to. I'm changing what I'm convincing him here. Instead, I want to convince him that. Not the first skiff, but the second little Jawa skiff. Convince him that one has betrayed the rest of their pirates, and so like suddenly that crew and that vehicle are hostile.
All right, so you want him to shoot at it? Okay.
And then whatever you want me to do with that 1 threat.
Go ahead and take strain then. Actually, I think fall prone's more than 1, right?
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, just take a strain. All right. It's going to shoot at the skiff. They're both still at 3. This guy is doing evasive maneuvers, so he gets an upgrade to try and shoot. All right, we'll see if he's able to shoot them. Oh, no. He does fire at them, though, with his laser. And his jet on the vehicle, the engines were somewhat weatherproof, but with all the blasting and some of the damage just taken earlier, the engine is starting to flash in and out. It's got too much ice. Too much of the snow has formed into ice and is blocking the intake. and it's causing its atmosphere to kind of flicker in and out, and it's starting to lose altitude, and it's still going erratic in its patterns. So it looks like the pilot is losing control of the vehicle. Are you wanting to attempt to stay on the vehicle?
No, I think if it looks like he's going down, then what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go try and jet back over to the other fighter if it's nearby.
All right, do a coordination check, and I'm going to use that. Let's see, it's going to be 3 purple coordination and 2 setback, and this is to avoid getting hit as you let go.
Okay.
To avoid getting hit from part of the vehicle as it's spinning away from you and kind of spinning out of control.
Okay, you said 3 difficulty, 2 setback.
Yes.
Can I make an argument for using piloting to get off of here quickly?
Yes, add an upgrade. You can if you want to upgrade it. I'll let you do piloting.
Deal.
All right, so 1 red, 2 purple, 2 setback.
All right, I believe in the dream.
All right. As you are trying to fly out, you get smacked by one of the wings of the vehicles that spin out of control, and it crashes not too far from you. So go ahead and take 10 damage minus your soak. It might not even do anything to you, depending on what your soak is.
All right, ouch.
All right, and then so it crashes, and you're seeing some of the people on the ground take notice of you flying in the air. And so it looks like they look like they're aiming towards you. So
I'm pretty difficult to spot, and that's even without the winter weather.
okay.
Let me double check all the things.
So you got a lot of smoke, right? So okay, so they're looking at the smoke that's just hovering in the air as the vehicle that shot at them spun out of control and crashed, but there's still this cloud of the smoke that looks kind of like a cloud in the air. That sound more describes more of what they would see.
Right.
Okay, so they look like they're aiming their weapons at this cloud of smoke that looks like a cloud just kind of hovering in the air. How far away are you, height-wise? Are you extreme, long? How far away are you from?
I have no idea where this ship would have been physically located.
Well, it would have been here, and it was trying to stay within long range. So it's up to you how, because you're using personal skill weapons, right?
Right.
Okay, so where do you want to be?
So probably relatively low. Probably at like probably medium or long range.
Okay. All right. So you're at medium range. I'm grabbing crap. All right. So this droideka is going to power up its weapons and fire in the cloud of smoke. Do a fire sweep and hope it hits something.
Okay. So I've got how many setback is the snow adding?
It's not adding anything because it's an ability the droidekas have. They roll a hard they basically are shooting a strife. They're just shooting. So it's just a 3 purple, and they're just kind of shooting and seeing if they hit anything. It's a hard roll. It's called fire sweep ability.
But is the setback from not being able to see me going to increase the difficulty of that?
So it says, as an action, droid can make a hard gunnery check to inflict 1 hit that deals base damage with its built-in twin heavy blasters on up to 2 targets within medium range, plus an additional target per advantage. So what's your smoke at? Is it? I'm saying I guess it would have to have a target that it could see. So I'm willing to add setback then, since you do have something that specifically makes you harder to target.
So it'll be 3 extra setback from the smoke, and then 2 setback and 2 increased difficulty for checks to detect me audibly, if that would affect this at all.
Not. I don't think audible. So.
Okay, so it's just.
I would just do a
setback.
blind. Yeah, I'd do the 3 setback blind. So it's like shooting in the dark. Okay. So yeah, I'll add 3 setback and 3. So it'll have to get lucky. That's a lot more negative dice than positive. Yeah, it's not too far from the caves. You can hear them all setting up. All right. And so you hear a bunch of blaster bolts just kind of blindly swing past you. You feel the heat of them. I don't know if you can see clearly in smoke or not, but if you can't, you can feel the heat of them as they go past you. But they did miss you. All right. Okay. People back in the cave. What do you guys want to do that are back in the cave?
So, and Gabber was having his droid heal everyone as well as himself. So I guess they were waiting to be healed, or I don't know. I don't know how long this took for Jihad to do what he was doing.
That was just another turn for him.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm doing, I guess.
We'll say Sana can make it to the base area.
All right, yeah. So they'll continue in, and is the door like? Did we set up the door in a way that we can get it open?
That would be an Angiver question.
Yeah, we have control of it. We should be able to do it. He was able to at least decipher what it takes to open the door and close the door.
Okay, so Senna will head inside and close the door, look around, make sure nothing's changed since the last time she was there, with kind of have Raptor scout around a little bit.
Okay, and I guess you guys can decide where you want those crates to have been. The ones with the bolts and divots. This is getting a little difficult to select stuff without selecting the big ass ship in the background. Copy. Alright, someone said they...
I guess she goes over comms and asks if there's anything that they would like for her to try and set up while they're on their way.
Do you guys have anything you want Cena to do?
What was her plan?
My plan was basically just draw them into the tunnels so their vehicles wouldn't be usable.
Okay, I mean, probably set up a trap if you're able to do that.
Yeah, we can let the.
We can ambush maybe just in this area when they come down. Shoot them as they come down.
Let the Kinrath maybe soften them up a little bit, and let them do pest control on the Kinrath in the process.
Yeah, because Kinrath attracted the heat, so maybe start a heat source over here so when they come down.
Does anybody have any weapons with burn?
I think does your micro rockets have an incendiary, right?
Always do a quick survival check to do it.
Let me check. I don't know that I actually have any of the incendiary rockets. Yeah, it doesn't look like.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Jihad, do you have anything that lets you see through the smoke, or are you kind of hindered by the smoke as well?
Nothing that lets me see through it completely, but I have the enhanced optic suite, so I reduce it by 2.
Okay, so you've got 1 from the smoke still, and you got 2 from the ice and snow for you being up in the air, where the snow pelts on your visor harder than it does when you're on the ground. Okay, well, you can kind of see movement down there. It's kind of hard to get a clear indicator, but you see a lot of movement, so I guess it's a safe bet that they're all amassing by the cave entrance. Over the intercom, or not the intercom, the little megaphone. I am starting to get very annoyed. Let's end this now. Bring me my credits.
Perhaps you could talk to them and tell them, hey, if you want them, they're down here. If you want to come help, so maybe convince them they're down here to come get them.
Hey, and Guyver, I'm gonna say it's probably a safe bet. Some of them are near mine, so if you want to go and blow a mine or two, you can.
But I'm sorry.
Kit Cam. I was letting Kit Cam know some of them are within range of her mine, so she can
okay.
blow some mines if she wants, or he wants.
Woohoo! Yeah, let's get mines. I don't remember. What do I got to roll for that again?
It's
It's
just
intelligence.
Average mechanics, I think. I still haven't figured out what I'm doing with those 2 triumphs, though.
All right. So what's the damage on the mines do?
I believe last time we said that they were 9 damage.
Okay. And what
Well,
qualities
now,
do they
standard
have?
mine does more than that.
That's right. You said that
They
it,
do 12 damage. Standard mine does 12 damage unless you apply any advantages to increase the damage.
All right. So you kill 1 Rhodian with that first one.
It has a blast of 4, so no, there's no advantage in mine.
Okay, so 1 of the Rhodians dies. That was by the mine. Let's see how much health they have. Okay, 8. All right. Then you can go ahead and roll for another one. I'm assuming another one's probably stepping within range of 1 of your mines. And another mine explodes. And another Rhodian dies. Okay, so... Alright, you leave me no choice. Start blasting! So they all start shooting at the caves with their weapons. They're So you've got the personal weapons shooting at the cave. You got some of the big mounted weapons shooting at the caves. The caves are shaking almost like an earthquake. Lots of rock is starting to come loose from the ceilings and collapse. Go ahead and roll a 3 purple coordination to get out of the way of some of the falling rock debris. And you remember the Kinerath are distracting, so you'll have the setback as well. So you have the 2 setback from that.
Let's all do that.
Yeah, or you can do a group one.
We can do a group run. I'll have D4 give skill assist with him.
All right, so
or Kickham can roll it and succeed.
she didn't roll the he didn't roll the setback from the Kinerath yet.
I see.
It's 2 setback. Oh, you are successful. So I'll just say that's your group roll. Rocks and boulders start falling all around you. You guys are lucky enough to get by with the first wave. It does not look like they're letting loose. They are continuing to fire upon the cave. So you hear a bunch of blasters outside the cave as they're shooting at the cave entrance. It looks like they're trying to cause a cave-in. What do you guys want to do? That's their group turn.
I got 2 triumphs on my mechanics roll, so I'm trying to look for the mechanics thing to do that. But perhaps maybe, I guess that could help us to reinforce the structure they're shooting at.
So it's around the cave entrance. Do you have any materials or anything with you?
Well, we were hauling a lot of stuff through here, so maybe perhaps some of the stuff could have been on the ground that we could have reinforced, or maybe just find some of the stuff like that, use my mechanics knowledge to know how to do it. I also have foam cast on me, so I could be spraying foam cast to help support the weight of it.
All right, so if you want to do a mechanics check, then you're going to have it's going to be 3 purple because you're trying to not get hit by rocks that are falling as blaster fire's hitting. But you can do a mechanics check. You got the Kinerath as well, so you got the 2 setback.
3 purple.
3 purple, 2 setback. What do you guys want to do while he's trying to do that? It's appearing more and more unstable in this particular cave entrance where you guys are at.
Well, will the entire cave collapse in on us if we go in deeper?
It doesn't appear rocks are falling deeper in. It just appears like they're falling towards the entrance.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm agreeing with you, possibly Erdic, and we need to go further in. I mean, if worse comes to shove, they can think that we're dead, whatever, in the cave, and we can dig our way out afterwards. So
So from where I'm at, I can at least kind of somewhat see the personnel carrier.
You can see, unless you're doing like a perception roll, you can hear and you can see the flashes of light through the smoke. It's real between the smoke and the ice that's forming on your visor as you happen to keep wipe it off. You can definitely see a lot of and hear firepower. So a lot of actions going on down below. You'd have to make perception though, minus the setback from your smoke and the 2 from the environment. So it's 3 setback. It would be just to see what they're doing. I say with 2 purple, 3 setback, just to see what's going on down there.
I'm trying to get to where I can make out any individuals.
All right, then that would be
not necessarily to identify them, but just to be able to make out, okay, that's a person there.
Okay, so more than just kind of see what's... Okay, so I would say 3 purple then. If you're looking to identify... sorry, you wanted to see, are they droids are shooting or the leader? Are you trying to see if there's a leader among them, or what what are you trying to see before I set your difficulty?
I'm trying to find targets for my bind power.
Okay. All right. So let's do 3 then, because you don't want to accidentally target a droid that it won't have any effect on.
Right.
It's 3 purple.
Well,
Setback.
I can still physically move droids.
Yeah, but if you're trying to convince them to shoot at someone on their team, it won't work.
No, I'm using my bind power, my force choke.
For those 2 advantages, I want to use surpass limitations on those 2 triumphs I got from that mechanics roll that the droid fixed me up, and then I'm going to put those towards my building fixing something to fix this hole.
All right. You're trying to see, and every time you're about to look and see if it's an actual viable target, another piece of snow kind of blocks your visor, or the smoke kind of gets in the way.
Garbage. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna use 2 maneuvers to really quickly fly down and kind of land on the backside of this mountain.
Okay, and then take an additional 3 strain as well.
Okay.
All right, I'll switch over to where you are. Okay, so you landed over behind this mountain. I'm gonna move this out of the way.
And I'll actually disable the smoke projectors while I'm doing that movement to make myself not leave an obvious trail.
Okay, you got us a real stealth too to kind of hide. If you want to do that, because you got the smoke turning off and trailing off, and you got the snow the snow flurries. If you want.
I'll wait and maybe do that as an opposed check if that's okay. That way, I can get the effect of my silent engines and stuff like that on the roll.
Okay.
I got 10 success and 4 advantages.
All right. So we'll say you add 10 more hit points to. We'll say you reinforced it with at least 10 more. So 1 vehicle wound.
Yeah, because it's foam cast, so it should help stand up to dirt still and stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah, just foam. You're basically putting a bunch of caulk trying to hold the boulders from falling out of the roof.
Yep.
So you add you add a little, but not much to really make a whole lot of impact. So
I want to entice them to come down. They're it's not coming down. We're gonna have to eventually come in.
Okay. All right. So you do that. They're still firing. So
Can I attempt to use charm or negotiation to go over the cons and say that if you bury us, you're not getting any of the money? Try and kind of goad them into coming down.
That's I like that idea.
Yep. Let's tell you what you got to roll against. Okay. You're gonna contact on the comm frequency the proxy pirate queen gave you.
Hey, Queen. I don't know if you've thought this through very well, but if you bury us, you bury the cash with us. I'd rather, see how this plays out, and maybe winner takes all, right?
So,
or does that sound like maybe too much risk for a bunch of low rent pirates?
we got plenty of crew to fish out what's ours amongst your dead bodies.
So cowardice. I got it. You could have just said cowardice.
So, deception. Are you trying to deceive, or what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to push her buttons. So I don't know if it would be one of my negotiation tactics.
Arm or negotiation.
Yeah, let me know what skill, and I'll tell you what the difficulty is.
I'll use negotiation if possible. I think I'm trying to kind of use pressure to get her to do what I want.
All right, that's 2 red, 1 purple.
All right, so I'm going to use congenial to remove one of those, and have it be 2 purple, 1 red.
Does it remove a difficulty?
Yeah, I just downgrade it
You downgrade, so downgrade 1 would be 1 red, 2 purple. Okay.
All right, and then that's right. I popped out my character sheet into a different window. All right, so 2 purple, 1 red, and skills. Hopefully I pressed the right. I didn't do that thing I always do and not click off before. So 2 purple, 1 red. Yeah, so 4 successes, 4 advantage.
So, were you trying to get her to stop firing at the cave? What was your intention? What's your goal?
My intention was to make, like, basically call her out and say, like, you're not brave enough to take your whole gang down here and fish out 3 people. That's, like, this is going to be bad for your reputation. People are going to call you a coward.
All right. So okay. So what's your goal? What's your goal in telling her to do that? What is your end all goal? So I can think narratively.
To kind of force her to consider just coming straight in instead of taking the coward's way. So my goal is for her to come into the cave system instead of blowing our exit out.
All right. So this is a negotiation. So where's the negotiate? Where's the what's in it for her part of your negotiation?
She doesn't lose her reputation as a skilled pirate that can't handle a gang of 4.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She's got the high ground. So if you want to do a negotiation...
Well, here's the thing. I'm really good at negotiation. That's what my character's built for.
Yeah, so there's got to be something in it for her. So the reputation, if you're all dead, then she can make up whatever she wants. So
I have a film crew. I'll tell her I'm sending information live. This footage is going to get out if I want it to.
That's good.
Okay. All right. So you got a film crew. All right. Okay. In that case,
Plus, I mean, all her minions are here watching this happen.
Yeah.
I beat her by a lot, too.
We're putting them to shame right now. They sent the entire force at us, and they've only destroyed 2 structures.
Well, yeah, now that she realizes this is being live, that she's going to throw the 2 Ugnaughts overboard and signal for everyone to leave. All right, I know when I'm beat. This is not worth it. So she throws the 2 Ugnaughts overboard. And the rest of the crew, she circles them, and they start heading off. But they're not heading towards the Gazanti. They're actually heading towards the town.
Of course.
From where I'm at, can I see them?
Is this
No.
Jahat?
Yes.
You can roll perception. You turned off your smoke stuff, right? So, yeah, you can roll a perception. You can 2 purple, and you're still kind of high in the mountain, right? So 2 setback.
All right. I'm going to spend a light side point to upgrade this. Dang.
So you hear them moving and getting back on the vehicles, and the vehicles, get on, una, hua, hua, and the Ugnaughts are thrown overboard, and
Actually,
they start taking off.
I have a rules question for you. So sometimes when we're doing 4C things, you can do like combined checks where your force power and you're doing another check. Here's a question for you. Can I do a single roll to combine 2 force powers as kind of part of the same action? So like, can I use my, basically what I want to use is my Farsight force power here to be able to see through the snow. So like if I roll my bind check here, can I spend one of those pips to get the effects of my farsight power?
Okay, so what 2 powers are? So you want to use the foresight. What's the foresight do?
Farsight lets me ignore the effects of darkness and blindness and see at up to medium range.
Okay, and then what's the other? What's the other power? What's the other power you want to use?
My bind, my force choke.
The problem is that's 2 actions. I guess you could. I would have to upgrade it, and then.
So what I'm thinking there is, like, because I'm combining it into a single roll, I'm having to pull from the same pool of force pips for both powers instead of being able to split that into 2 rolls.
Yeah, and you're trying to combine 2 into 1 action instead of 2 different actions. So, who is there a specific target you're trying to do it towards?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get her, the Pirate Queen.
Okay, so okay, I'll let you do it if we upgrade it and we treat it as a combat check. So that way the adversary would work. So it would upgrade the check by 2. Would that work? One upgrade for combining 2 actions into 1, and then we're making it because you are basically doing a combat with it. So the adversary would kick in. So it would be 2 upgrades.
That makes sense.
All right, and it's against discipline. So it's 3 red and 1 purple. Then it's upgrade twice. So it's 4 red, 1 purple.
Ooh.
And we'll just say we don't have to make a roll for the foresight. We're just saying you're getting that, and then you're just rolling for the force choke.
Okay. Do you guys mind if I spend a my side point on this?
Go for it. Senna's gonna hot mic on the radio also and say, okay, can we change the scrolling banner to Coward Queen instead of Pirate Queen?
All right, I believe in the dream. Oof.
That is terrible.
That's terrible.
So let's just say you make it obvious that you're up there trying to. You're throwing your arms up, like you're targeting her, and you're like you're pointing, and nothing's coming out. Like you're straining really hard, and you're drawing a little attention to yourself.
I'm sorry, this never happens.
So they start taking off, but they'll leave a droidica behind it to shoot at you. Actually, the droidica will just shoot while they're driving off. It'll do a firing sweep now that you don't have the smoke up.
Cover
Can
fire.
I make another check at her while she's retreating? That I'm gonna say we're gonna say Coward Queen flees group of 4.
So here's the thing: she's not really retreating. There's really no strategic advantage here. It's already shown. You got all this video footage of her losing all these forces. So rather, she doesn't know. She knows you got a bunch of crates there, and she's heard credits. Instead of risking any more guys, this is her logic. She's just going to go back to the town and take everything that anything from the winery of value and any of the other droids and stuff of.
I get
anything
that,
of
but
value.
my character's entire skill set is swaying people into doing what she wants them to do, and I rolled pretty well against her. So, like,
you rolled knowledge pretty
roll?
well.
You did assign me a difficulty.
I assigned a difficulty based off of her stats for negotiating. Now, if you're trying to,
and I overcame them.
But for negotiation, yeah. So, if you're, it sounds like what you want to do is coerce someone into doing something. So that would be a different skill check.
But you did ask me what skill I wanted to use, and I specified.
Yeah, for negotiation. So you see, you're doing the reputation. So the way you went with that is seeing how a reputation. If you're wanting to do reputation, I don't think that's a very strong argument to make. So I'm trying to think. So it's like you need to. I'm trying to give you some hints. You need to offer something of value. If you're offering something and trying to make it seem more valuable than what it is, then you would get a whole bunch of success. So offer something, and then we could change it. We could use it more. You gotta drive the narrative more towards your skill so that it makes sense. So,
Well, I'm trying to imply that I'm going to broadcast my live footage of her retreating with the banner that says "Coward Queen retreats."
so
Like-
maybe you should offer. Look, instead of a live tweet, be like, look, I got all this footage of you getting your butts kicked to just a few of us. Why don't you come in here and we'll agree to something to where I hand over this footage. So that'd be more of a negotiation type narration. So can you weave what you're wanting to do more along those lines?
We can even give you some of these crates.
So basically, you gotta offer something of value. So you're enticing the Pirate Queen to come down to you guys. So you gotta, I mean, just saying the reputation. I mean, there's nothing you can prove. I mean, you're just saying it's live. We don't know if you're lying or whatnot, then you're gonna have to roll deception for her to see if that's true. But if you actually have something of value, you can use the negotiation. So if you do have footage of them getting their butts kicked, and you'll give her the only copy you have of that if she comes down there to negotiate some type of agreement.
Maybe you could imply or convince her that, like, stop shooting and let us finish escaping through our little escape tunnel down here, and we don't even have time to gather up all these credits that are down here, so you can come down here and take whatever you want, since we're all definitely running out of this escape tunnel.
No, you wouldn't say crates. You would say these crates, because we know.
Yeah, you don't want to lie. So yeah, so that would be acceptable. Be like, okay, tell you what, we'll leave the crates in the cave. You can come get them. We'll back off. We'll back away. And then if you guys back away, you're not actually lying, and you left the crates there. Now, you don't have to say that they're full of junk. They just heard the droid saying that and saw the droid bringing these crates full of credits. So if you want to do that to lure her in there, do you want to do that? You want to modify your...
Yeah, sure, I guess. Are we... So, I guess on our group channel, I'm asking, do we want to just leave and let these people continue operating, or are we drawing them into an ambush? That will probably affect how... Or maybe I shouldn't know. That way I'm not lying.
Well, that's best to not know.
Yeah, so I have plausible deniability at this point. I'm going to assume that under the best of circumstances, I am going to be going through with this plan.
Okay.
And I might get outvoted, but I don't know that.
You hardly know the rest of us and what our intentions are. So yeah.
Okay, so
So,
on the negotiation, be like, okay, we're bringing all the crates towards the mouth of the cave. So if you keep firing on it, you're going to destroy your credits. We'll back off, or not the credits, but you'll destroy the crates and whatever's in them. So we'll bring them up towards the lip of the cave, and we'll back further away so that we're away from it.
And we want Blaster's mask. Part of the deal.
Oh, okay. So I will come in with Blaster's mask, and if I like what I see in the crates, I'll leave it behind. No one has a force power to make a bunch of junk look like credits, do they?
No.
That would be cool. Okay, so
once he gets down there, I mean, whatever forces he brings with us, hopefully we could probably ambush and wipe him out.
all right. So let me backtrack a little bit. So Jahat's still making the arm waving and like staring really hard and pointing and like trying to shoot an invisible lightning bolt from his hands, and nothing's happening. And the Pirate Queen gets back on the con and be like, hey, could you tell your mime Mandalorian to go kind of get away? He's kind of making us a little worried out here. I think he might be having a stroke.
I stomp back down the other side of the mountain.
All right, so instead of they all dismount now. They're coming. They're about to come into the cave to get the credits, or what they think is the credits. They're coming in to get the crates of stuff.
Perfect.
All right, so
I want to negotiate that the deal is sight unseen. None of this, we see the goods first nonsense.
So for if it's a true negotiation, they've got to actually get something of value.
They get the footage of her running away.
Okay, for the map. Okay, so all right, so okay, that sounds good. So you'll leave the footage with the crates, right?
A copy of it.
Did you say a copy, or did you say the only footage you have?
Did she ask me if it was the only copy?
All right, so you're being deceptive. So, okay, go ahead and roll a deception. It's going to be 3 red and 1 purple, because not by leaving stuff out through a mission is still a deceptive tactic. So you can say you left the footage there, but you're purposely not saying it's a copy of the footage when you know it's a copy of the footage.
But I purposely don't say a lot of things, and it's not always deceptive. Okay.
Well, for this, you're purposely saying that because she was saying, I was saying that if you're leaving like a physical hard copy, that the main, not.
All right. Well, what's my?
If you're wanting, so if you want to do deception, it's 3 red, 1 purple.
Of course it is. All right. I will use Congenial to downgrade it. I will use a force point to upgrade myself. All right, so upgrade, use light side. What did you say, 3 red, 1 purple, or 2 red, 1 purple?
It's 3 red, 1 purple is the deception. Or the, oh wait, hold on. It's off discipline, my bad. It's just 3 red for discipline. Deception is versus discipline, so it's 3 red. So whatever talents you have that can manipulate that difficulty, you can use.
How far away is she from me?
I have to count the squares. I'm gonna say at least long range.
Okay. What I'll do is, can I use my influence power to make this an assisted check?
What's the influence power do?
It's my mind manipulation one. So basically, I'm able to, because I can use my influence power to make I can increase the range of that. If I have enough pips, I can increase the range of the power to make it affect someone further away.
So why don't you try that first, and then if you're successful, you can give advantages and triumphs to his roll. Does that sound good?
Okay, so I'll just do the force power.
Okay,
and roll.
It's the deception. Discipline is 3 red.
Okay, so I'm just rolling the force dice to see if I can reach far enough to affect him, to assist on the roll in the first place.
Okay.
Okay, so I have enough pips to assist now.
All right, so you're not going to actually roll then. You're just going to give him a boost dice.
Or make an assisted check. So I have.
Oh, to assist him with it. Okay, I see. You're using your skill. Okay, so he's going to combine his skill with your, or vice versa, with your ability.
I have 2 yellow, 1 green.
All right, I have the same. So
In that case,
I'll boost.
Yeah, and I'll just use the remaining force pips to give you some extra successes if you need them.
So that should be the correct amount. Oh, and I upgraded. That's right.
All right, I will give you. I'll give you 2 more successes with the remaining dark side pips.
All right.
All right. So. All right. All right. So we'll come get the credits and the only copy of your video footage you have, and we'll call this a good transaction. You get your lives. All right. So they're dismounting and they're coming into the cave. That's a lot of stuff to bring in. Okay, so I'll go ahead and move you guys over to the cave map. All right, so is everyone moving back? Throw some crates.
Yeah, so I guess while they're setting up, do we want to have a conversation about how we actually want this to play out? I guess Senna will say over the group comms.
So we're leaving, right?
We gonna just let them take the stuff and go? I don't think they're gonna stop bothering the Ithorians if we do.
Well, especially once they open those crates up.
Who's going into the cave? Is it the Pirate Queen?
The Pirate Queen is like any other executive. They send their minions in to do their work.
Are they carrying in the mask? The minion?
The minion does not have the mask. She has the mask on. The minion's gonna relay back if it's a good deal or not.
That wasn't our plan. That wasn't the arrangement. They were going to come in and with the mask, and we were going to trade.
Right.
That's
all right.
the whole.
Tell you what.
Reason
So she'll put the mask.
That's the whole reason I rolled that extra roll.
She'll put the mask inside of a briefcase, and have 2 more identical briefcase, and have 3 of her goons go in, each with a briefcase.
Sounds reasonable. So how many are going inside and how many are remaining on the surface?
So I'm just going to say some minion groups go inside. So 2 Rhodian minion groups and a Trandoshan come inside, each with the briefcase.
Is there anybody that's still outside? Real quick, sorry.
Everyone else is outside.
Oh, I thought a bunch of people were in the tunnels.
Say what?
I thought a bunch of people had moved into the tunnels.
They've dismounted off their vehicles. They're on the ground.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were talking about us, our team. Never mind. Jihad is still outside. I think he may be the only one. Also, don't forget, guys, we do have that. There is that second exit over to the west. So if you guys wanted to pop out over there and start shooting up the ones that are remaining outside.
Oh, we can get to the surface from a different exit? I'm going to send Raptor that way, probably.
Yep, here's the other one.
Oh, I can have D4 aim in on these guys or go up there. Because we're in darkness, so they wouldn't even see him aiming on him, and he's got goggles left.
So they have the 3 briefcases. One of them has a mask in it. They're walking down. It's really dark, so they put their goggles on, and now they can see just fine in the dark. And they're making their way towards the crates. Udark, are you where your character is on the map?
So we're supposed to be moving away and stuff, right?
Well, that's what you heard Cena say, but you are your own character. Cena and a bunch of people moved away. What does your character do? And Cena is trying to get them to start firing at the cave to make a cave in and try to get their goons to come down into the cave.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be in there when the cave starts coming down.
Jihad, I believe, is the only one from the party that's outside the cave.
I'm
So on the
sending
way-
Raptor up to the other entrance, though.
On the way in, since we know there's another way out, could I have rigged it up to where it will eventually collapse on them? So it look like they have already, from all the shooting and stuff like that, it's weakened it to it falls on them, or maybe a time shot from my droid to take it out.
As another note, also, did we? Sorry, I'll let you answer that one first.
All right. Do you want how many? You guys, you still have any rockets that are the missiles, the vehicle missiles? You got any of those left still?
Yeah, we didn't fire them all, but
I think we have one left.
Okay.
But since they're coming in, he would have prepared, I guess, in case because we to prepare for the thing to cave in on him.
So if you want, instead of doing that sealant, I'll let you spend a light side point, a destiny point, and instead of using the sealant to restructure it, I'll say you could have rigged one of those vehicle missiles so that you could press a button and cause the cave to cave in if you want. Is that what you want?
I still want the phone cast, but I still want to go off. So, like I said, so that's why I'm gonna make the roll before they get down here, because also they got to dismount and come over, so that shouldn't give enough time to rig something up.
So from what I understood, the crates would be left towards the entrance, and they would back into the cave.
Yeah, I'd just make it so the entrance weakens it enough over time to where it'll cave in on them. Because I know how strong. Because with my guy, being a craftsman.
So here's the thing: your character was busy for every round that every turn that you were in here. You were healing 3 or 4 people, and you're doing the sealant. So you've used up all your turns. So what I'm allowing you to do is
that's what I want to ask you if I had enough time to do that. If not, that's cool.
You could replace one of those turns with something else for a destiny point. Otherwise, you didn't have time to do it.
That's
because
fine.
you're doing all the other.
That's fine. If I didn't have time to it, I didn't have time to it because my guy was intent was fixing the structure, not destroying it.
Okay.
So if I didn't have time, it's fine. We're good.
Okay, but you can shoot one at the roof and cause it to cave in if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have my droid do that.
Okay. So they're coming.
It's cool with everyone.
All right, so the Rhodian. So there's about 10 Rhodians and a what's this guy called? Trandoshan coming in, and they're coming down the stairs. Does anyone want to do anything before they get to the crates, or are you just going to let them get to the crates?
If we are collapsing, make sure that the guys with the briefcases are all inside before we do.
Okay, they are all in the optimal position right now if you want to collapse the cave.
That's what I was asking, if that's what y'all think would be good best. Do you want to collapse the cave, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we got another way out. I'm fine with it.
Okay. So what's the difficulty to shoot at the support structure, to aim at it?
1 purple, and then the okay. So it's dark. So it's 3 setback for dark. If you have stuff that negates that, you negate it. You got the if you're living, you got the 2 for the Kinrath, but it's a droid, so you don't have to worry about that. You've got the I believe it's 2. Is it 2 for a called shot, or is it 3?
Two for a called shot, but it's going to be aiming.
Okay, so it's 2 for a called shot, and it's 1 to hit. Actually, it's your range. So however far you are, your range is your difficulty.
Is that medium, or is that large? Long? I think it's long.
So then it'll be 3 purple, and then the 2 setback for the called shot.
And so he's aiming. So what's that? 2 strain to aim, and that reduces those 2 blacks, right? Or how's that work? Gives me a boost.
If you want to aim, you can take a maneuver to aim and reduce 1 setback.
Okay, so he's going to take a maneuver to aim, and then Angyra's going to tell him using 6 binary to where to shoot, and instruct him in that.
All right, so roll it. It's 3 purple, 1 setback. All right. Anyone else? Okay. He shot it.
He unloaded auto fire.
What?
So I increased the difficulty by 1 and had him fire auto fire.
But you're firing. I thought you were shooting with the vehicle missile.
No, he's shooting with his heavy blaster, with his heavy repeating blaster.
All right, I'm confused. Did everyone else think he was going to collapse the cave?
Oh, do you want me firing a missile launcher? Oh, I can do that then.
I thought that's what he's doing too. Yeah.
That's what I thought too. I just want to make sure I'm hearing stuff right. We all thought you were going to shoot your vehicle weapon at the cave and cause a cave in. Is that not what you're doing? That's why I'm confused now.
Yeah, I thought. Okay, yeah, that's why I need to shoot. Okay, yeah, so yeah, we'll shoot with that. So just I guess minus one of those purples and whatever damage those missiles do.
All right, so yes, that's more than the successes you need. You fire the missile, and it does a huge explosion, and stuff starts collapsing. Do you want to use the advantages to cause it to have rocks fall on the guys, or do you want to use those for something else?
I want to use the advantages. I guess we can use it for maybe above ground, for anything above it will start to cave in as well, because it kind of like spread it out a little bit.
Yeah, so rocks are falling in, the caves kind of turn a sinkhole, and those guys are either trapped or dead. But it was definitely an explosion, so unless someone wants to try and... Your ears did not hear what you heard. It's totally natural cave-in. Someone could try and deceive people if they want.
That's what I'm saying. There could have been like a gas leak or something that they caused, and when they came down.
If you want to do that, it's 3 red. Deception.
What did you do?
You can use the advantages.
Yeah, I'll go for it. So on the comms now, I pop back up, my head up over the rocks. What did you do? Did you sneak a bomb in there or something? You said 3 red?
Yeah.
All right. So I will spend... let's see, I've got 4 pips there, so I need 2 to increase the range, or I've got 5 pips, so I'll increase the range with 2, and then I'll spend the remaining 3 for 2 successes and a advantage. So it's just a flat 2 successes on my deception.
Curse you and your minds! Your minds must have set off the blast if you didn't shoot on them.
Says the crazy that was sitting there shooting turbo lasers at. Okay, I guess we gotta start. Okay, I guess we both have to start digging through there to get our respective stuff. You just had to shoot the tunnels, didn't you?
You guys fired upon us first. I'm blaming you.
It could have been a pipe we didn't know about, like an underground like sewage pipe or something like that. And it set off when they came down.
Okay.
Wait.
Look, well, we can go back and forth about who did what, but
hold on.
Okay, the point is our stuff is down there.
Why would
both of us want?
Why would you think there's a sewage pipe in a cave? Is there something?
But since this was like a mine or something like that, the gases and stuff from the mines, some of those noxious fumes and stuff.
Is there a structure down there?
No, you use normal gas pipes to pump air down into mines. Otherwise, people, because unless you have a full droid crew, you suffocate.
Well,
hitting gas pocket.
Hey, answer the question, Mister. It may have been a gas pipe.
Of course, there's no structure down there.
I mean, there's always a possibility that there was a gas pipe somewhere.
Usually gas pipes would be near some type of building or facility.
So
not out in the middle of nowhere.
Gas pocket from the planet, not a pipe, a gas
but
pocket.
You said pipe, though. I heard pipe.
Yeah, these Yeah, he's not very smart.
You can do another deception. Do you have to take strain when you flip pips? Or is it just less conflict?
I have to use it if I use light side points, which I did not.
Okay.
I guess if I'm assisting on the deception, can I use congenial to reduce to downgrade it?
How are you assisting narratively?
I said he calls them pipes. He's weird like that.
Okay. Okay, then you can do the deception. Someone can assist you then. It's 3 red.
Quick question: where's Cisco at in all this? Because we were about to mount an offensive on the droid, the Queen.
I don't know. Do you want to call him, Cisco? You guys are doing a perfect. You guys are doing a perfect diversion, though.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised we're keeping them busy. So I thought, so KCAM's trying to think Snake. I want to know if Cisco is still on board with that. I guess it's just kind of plan change though, the plans.
Yeah, maybe KCAM could ask Cisco to go with him, and my Stormies can go with him too.
No, Cisco and his droids never deviate from the plan.
Oh, so they're blasting their way through the C-ROC right now?
Well, they were on their way to take over the C-ROC, so you guys provided a really good distraction and got almost all their forces away from the C-ROC.
I'll take that.
Oh, Jahat, were you adding anything to my deception?
Yeah, let me roll my dice. Ooh, nice. So yes, that'll be 3 more successes.
All right.
Okay, so she's okay. Well, let's just hope that credits doesn't mean something completely different too.
What would that even?
A little foreshadowing.
That would be ridiculous.
All right, so I guess we're gonna start digging, or blast. Actually, they're gonna start getting some explosives, and they're gonna try and blast up some of the big rocks, and
Oh.
they're setting up some explosives up top. So they're gonna be doing that for a little bit. So you guys got some time. What do you want to do? Are you gonna let them just? It's gonna take them a long time to get through that. So what do you want to do while they're doing that?
I'll put more Chromecast up there to make it more difficult.
And I did mention earlier that Udark. So Udark mentioned this group. I think he did, but some of the Ithorians looked like they were really hurt back in town. He did mention that, I believe.
Do we just want to say that's where other? Do we want to say that's where other Steve is, and maybe between sessions he can maybe one-on-one that out with you a little bit as he's helping them. It's like we could say he jumped on one of the speeder bikes and took off that way.
Yeah, he could have actually, the amount of turns you guys used, he could have just walked back.
So who is sneaking with KCAM?
I think KitCam, your stormtroopers, and whatever droid he's taking.
Yeah, Raptor's heading now. The second entrance?
Right.
Yeah, Raptor's heading that way too.
Yeah, I what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to get up and then sneak through undetected, hopefully. But I'm gonna use my droid, so my sentry droid, as sort of like cover. So as a distraction, basically. So that way I can maneuver my way up on board.
Okay, so it looks like
Kyra's not needed anymore. He can continue on with the plan of going to the ship, since they might need some computer stuff.
Oh, are you going to try and sneak over to the C-ROC? Because you got all these pirates trying to dig out the...
Yeah, well, in the confusion of them digging out, we can go through the other exit and try to get around there. Use that for a big diversion that they're going through all that.
So are you all doing that, or is...
think someone's staying down here. Who's staying down there?
I don't know. I need to know what you guys are doing so I can let you know what you need to roll.
I think Senna's staying inside the building where she believes it's the safest.
Okay, in that structure.
Yeah, with the door between her and whatever might be coming down.
And it sounded like some people were planning on ambushing them as they're digging their way out, not expecting a second entrance. But that's why I'm asking. I know you guys are talking, so I don't know what your actual actions are. So I just need to know that, so I'm not confused.
Well, I'll go wherever Engiver's needed and everything like that. So I mean, he can go and leave D4 here if that's what we want to do, or if we want to hit him in 2 places.
Okay, so Kit Camp and the Stormtroopers are sneaking with...
Yeah, and Raptor's sneaking as well.
What's the HOB?
That's the their repeating blaster.
Okay. Cool. All right. So those guys are making their way. So let me see what the perception or vigilance... So the droidicas are not have any way of helping the dig, so they're going to be on alert. So are
they can't just shoot at the ground.
Not while their people, not while their masters are in the process of in there trying to move out the rocks and stuff, so they can get under there.
As they're trying to do that, is there any way I can counter their excavation?
You can you can blast more of you could blast more rock or try and move rock. You got the Kinrath to worry about too.
That's fine. I can have my droid do it too. Help me too.
Okay, so anyone wanting to sneak, it's going to be a red and 2 purple.
I just want to make him to make it harder on them and make it take them even longer to give our team more time to get around if they need to. So that's why I guess counter their mechanic roll.
Oh, this will take hours for them to clear up this big old mess. You caused a huge collapse of giant boulders and stuff.
Well, I mean, that's what I'll do. I'll be counteracting whatever they try to do. So if they try to dig some stuff, maybe make another section fall through or something from as much as on our end we can. Or maybe like even reinforce some of the stuff they're trying to dig through or break up.
Okay. So, did you say, so stealth lets you pass successes? Is that an extra success? Is that what you're saying, Evan?
Right.
But since Raptor went first and had no extra ones, then there's none to pass, right?
Right.
Okay. So Raptor takes a strain or a wound, depending on if it's a nemesis or lower, and the Phantom Troopers, they take a wound. Since they're a minion group, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them drops part of the gets knocked in the head by the barrel of the hove or something like that.
Okay. Let me get it back on the map. I'm gonna go indicate move this over here. So we're back on the main map, and then I'm gonna move this off. It's not here anymore. They're not here anymore. All right, and Guyver's not there. I'm gonna move Guyver out of the way. Guyver's not there, and this droid's not. There you go. And he's not there.
Yeah, what it says about the extra successes, it's pretty much they're pointing out some stuff that the other guy didn't recognize, so it kind of adds to it. So I don't know if that gives an extra boost or how you want to handle that.
Yeah, so we just need Catcam's stuff roll. Was it just those 3 that we're sneaking out? Nice.
Okay, so the whole thing's been collapsed now. And then... Alright, I need to... So, you got these... Alright, so I'm having to move people in position, so bear with me. Alright.
You have 5 threat to play with, Jeff.
So 5 threat from what?
Oh wait, no, not 5 threat. It's only 3 threat because you shouldn't have rolled the red again, there, Kit Cam.
Alright, so 3 strain's good.
Alright.
Oh, they've woken up the Ugnaughts, and they're forcing the Ugnaughts, of course, to move stuff.
I bet they're moving so little because it's so small.
That's mainly in case there's a mine that goes off.
Potter. So can I roll to counteract what they're trying to do, like reinforce?
You don't really have to because it's something that's going to take hours. I guess you can. How would you reinforce it? You just got to tell me what you want to do so I can tell you how it works or whatnot.
Well, I'm trying to think. Well, actually, there's nothing for me. Well, no, I don't think there is anything I could do because it's all caved down, so it's all thing. So I don't know if I'm trying to think if it's even a point for me still to be down there or not.
Honestly, I think there's probably more effective things for you to be doing, because we don't. They're not going to get through that in a timely manner, anyways. So we might as well have you assisting somehow with the ambush.
Okay, then I guess I'll go do that. I'll have D4 roll the stealth for me.
Okay, so you guys, here's the all right, here's the cave in the other cave where it leads to. So you guys would come out this end. All right, so your character's around here somewhere. I see a stormtrooper, a phantom trooper.
So they're
All right, so let me know what you guys are doing. So that's kind of how it's set up. I moved the pirates in position.
oh, if they're all over there, then they set up here probably.
Where is the secondary entrance to the cave? So basically, okay, so that's where we're coming out at. All right, gotcha.
So while they're busy there, I probably try. Maybe I can make another distraction with the ship that crashed into my fort. Maybe do some sabotage to it, possibly. They maybe it'll explode, or maybe the guns start going off on it.
I mean, that one's not. I mean, that one technically crashed, but it's not like fully disabled. Honestly,
Yeah, that's all I want to do. And that way, it's like it just more chaos to ensue.
You can do a Utini roll to see if you can scavenge a weapon that can be salvageable.
Well, I mean, the ship was just crashed. It wasn't destroyed or anything like that. So, like I said, I want to see maybe if I can rig it up to make it like either like the weapon system start going off, or it even explode even more. So, like bigger distraction, maybe even I'm just trying to cause more chaos and distraction to keep them looking here and not at the ship that we're trying to take.
So the weapons are forward mounted. The weapons would be inside of the broken bunker in the ground, basically.
Okay.
right. So can he like repair it enough to? I mean, it's not going to be pretty and may not look may not go super well, but can he make it repaired enough that it can reverse out and either shoot at something or crash into something?
So yeah, it'll have to reverse out. So you can do a do you have any materials to repair it with?
My bunker.
Yeah, they're not. Your bunker's made out of rocks and stuff, and this is made out of Durasteel.
That's what it was made from. Was made from Durasteel and stuff. It's from all the cells and stuff down below.
All right, I guess they're about the same silhouette. So yeah, you can do a. Let's see, it's the major damage. So you'll have to spend time though to scavenge parts of. It'll take you some time, but you have to. If you're gonna scavenge parts from your bunker, you're gonna have to do a scavenge it. Then you'll build. So we just say it takes what, an hour, because you usually get a bunch of successes. So we'll say you can probably do it within an hour. That's the least amount of time you can do it, because you can get enough successes that it reduces the time.
Okay.
And I don't need you to roll because the odds are real. I don't think it's possible that you'll fail the roll. So I just say it'll take you an hour to do that. So if you want to spend an hour doing that, they might have already finished combat up. Or you can wait an hour for Angiver to do that before you guys want to act. Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. I figured I'd try to make it, set it off, like maybe even explode, so I won't have to do any repairs. And that way, like I said, something just to really keep them focused on here and not at the ship behind them.
You got some more of those missiles. You could definitely use one of those missiles and shoot at it, or put a mine next to the missile and cause that to do an explosion.
Hell, if we still have missiles left, we'd probably smoke one or two of their speeders with it. That's a good distraction.
How many missiles do you have left now? Because you use one inside the cave as well.
So I used 3. So that's 3. I bought 8. So how many else did we fire that day?
You shot a lot at their speeder. You destroyed several of the speeder bikes, and you destroyed at least one of their.
I think we used 3.
So we got about 2 more then.
Yeah, that sounds right, because we hit 2. We hit speeders twice and fighters once. So yeah, we should have 2 left.
Okay.
All right, just let me know what you guys are doing, so it's not static error.
So my guys are pretty quick to be able to get their heavy blasters set up, and they're ready to start shooting at the everybody gathered up around you.
Where are you setting your heavy blaster up at?
They're just setting up here on this little spur.
Are there walkers too?
You don't see any walkers.
I think those are
don't
just
know
big
if these guys
droids.
are. Oh, okay.
Oh, those are ancient hut droids. Ancient hut security droids.
Do any of the vehicles seem to be weaponized, and are they unmanned?
No, there's a driver in at least all the vehicles, and this flash speeder here has both its drivers. So it has both of its. They didn't get out. So the ones that have a driver in them.
This one is currently unmanned. The one that Urdak was beating bad guys up inside.
Yeah, this one is Oops, didn't mean to throw that. Yeah, this one is unmanned. The one that Urdak.
But that one's disabled, right?
Yeah.
No.
Mobility killed.
It can't move, but its weapons still work.
Oh, okay.
The guy's long gone that shoved his arm up in it.
Where's the C-ROC we're trying to get to? Is it not on this map?
Right.
It's not on this map. It's further out. It's if you're running, actually it's further out. But where you saw it last, you could see it in the distance, maybe. Because the further you're looking in a snowy area, it's harder to see because of the setback. But you could try to look for it. if you want to do a perception. It's basically, actually, I don't think you can see it because it's more than the extreme. On a personal scale, it's like
It's way north.
It's at least 2 or 3 extreme range bands away.
Okay, I guess we can head to the truck. I can try to repair the truck, but I think the missile going off would be a good chaos maybe to get out so that when the truck moves, or we'd have to find some way for that truck to be moving and not to notice it. It's pretty big.
I said just hit 1 or 2 of their speeders with that missile.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that Raptor can do pretty well against the personnel if we can keep the vehicles from coming against us right away.
Yeah, but we're supposed to be act like we're not trying to be hostile toward them. This is a sneak thing. So if we need to get to that C-ROC, then we need to get some kind of transportation to get out there, but all the transportation seems to be occupied or things. So I guess we need to make a distraction to take something, or we need to book it on foot.
Oh, I thought we were very much making this into a hostile situation again.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going for the C-ROC.
I mean, yes, we want the C-ROC eventually. I thought we were going to get there after we finish killing all of these guys now that they've dismounted.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If we want to do it if attack, then yeah, I guess we can do that then.
And while they're bunched up, we have some missiles.
So I'd say let's repair that tank truck, and then and we can fire from that, and someone can use that, and then we can take those stuff.
Yeah, where is the queen? We can maybe let. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we maybe want to try and do some of this somewhat quietly. If we can eliminate a few of them before the alarm goes off, then that'll make our job easier. Okay, so she's up there supervising.
Where's the queen at?
Right there. By her Wookiee.
We probably fire a missile probably at one of those things on the ground, and it could get most of them and maybe even knock her off on her butt if you want to do that.
So yeah, we have the option for that. We also do have some of those crewed vehicles up there though with heavy weapons on there. So I almost wonder if it would be good to use the rocket on some of those, and maybe first see if Ketcam can sneak up there and quietly eliminate 1 or 2 of those crews, and then as soon as anything loud starts happening, we can go for rockets and heavy blaster rifles, because my crew with this heavy blaster rifle can put a lot of hurt on these clustered up bad guys down there.
Okay, so do we want to repair that truck? If so, I'll have to go up there and repair it.
I think we have a pretty significant amount of time. If you can get into position and work on the truck, do we think that they'd still be working on digging out the tunnel by then?
Oh yeah. Well, the other thing, the thing, that truck isn't like damaged. It's literally just the internal consoles that are fucked up. So
yeah, I'll just have to mess with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just have to repair the critical or whatever, don't you?
Crit. It was actually it was the combat role that we did, the group combat.
Yeah, it was just a kind of narrative
thing. So it was the 3 advantages we had that allowed it to shut it down, which effectively Udark stuck his knife through the middle of it.
Yeah, so it should be very easy and quick to repair. So Ketcam, where is Ketcam going to be trying to sneak? Because we have those 3 or 4 crews up there. We have that unused personnel carrier.
So what I was thinking I could do was sneak off along the backside of this mountain hill region that we're at now. Sneak off to the back and then be real sneaky. Cut across to that disabled ship where the first bunker is, and either I can hide out at that bunker right there, if there's a way that I could shoot off and see in the direction of them, or I can go from that bunker and then try to make a run for it with a distraction and make it to the second bunker square and have a bit more cover maybe from them and have some opportunities to pop some shots. But I'm going to be focusing on the queen. I'm going to want to take her out as quick as possible.
Doesn't
Okay.
Catcam also have a jetpack?
I do have a jetpack.
That might help you get into place. Like if you can just get out of line of sight and then kind of come straight down stealthily, it might eliminate some of the sneaking from point to point.
That's true.
But would it be more noticeable too to see that jetpack flying across?
Well, we got the
could
snow
be.
limiting visibility, right? So if
Yeah.
you just put it like 100 feet up,
I'm muted. The snow adds setback. If you're in the air, it adds like 2 setback.
Yeah.
But she stays low, if he stays low to the ground, though, maybe that might be easier.
Yeah. So here's my thought. Like, we've got a lot of really big guns that are pointed over there at the main group of them. So I'm not too worried about the queen, but with Ketcam having a jetpack for mobility, would it be more effective to have Ketcam and maybe Jahat can go with him and they can like try and focus on eliminating those vehicle crews?
well, if Catcam's set on going after the queen,
Yeah.
as far as what's going to make them happy, I can send Raptor up that way.
Oh, that's true, because Raptor has... Yeah, right, yeah. Plus, we can just focus the heavy weapons on, like, eliminating the minions a bit quicker, too.
And Raptor's got those, the suitcase missiles, so I could probably try and make some called shots into cockpits.
Yeah, okay, yeah, never mind, sorry, we're good.
Okay, so question then. If I'm going to use my jetpack, would it be more advantageous to stay low to the ground or go higher up in the air so then that way I'm more shielded potentially by the snow?
You probably want to be within whatever your weapon range is, so you can at least do something versus being a sitting duck.
I almost think staying low would be a decent plan because, then you can use like the various structures and crashed vehicles and mountains as cover for your scarcity.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will do that then. I will go ahead and I will use my jetpack and I will sneak over to the second bunker. And along the way, I'll kind of like when I get to that ship in the first bunker, I'll kind of pause at that bunker, like do the whole like peek around the corner sort of thing. Make sure that nobody's noticing me or looking. And if not, then I'll continue on using my jetpack and make it to the other.
Hey, Udart. Dave,
Yep.
Is this the character that was part of the worked with the Empire, or is that the other character?
That was this one.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. All right, so they're still digging at rocks and moving the rocks out of the way. Did Guyver decide to do anything that would be time-consuming?
Yeah, I can go to that truck that's disabled, that they think is disabled, and repair it.
Oh, crap. You collapsed so the mask you wanted is under all that crap, too. It was in one briefcase.
Yeah, we'll dig it out.
But it's off the Ugnaught. Okay, so I'm sorry. What did Demarian... Did you spend an hour doing any type of crafting?
I can go repair that truck so it's maneuverable again for that time if you need.
Okay, so are you guys waiting an hour before you do your plan?
No,
so
he's not.
on that right now while they're set getting in position. That's what I'll do, and that way my D4 can probably get in the cannon tower to start shooting.
Okay. All right, so you'll be about an hour fixing that, but D4 can at least use the turret, is what you're saying.
Yeah, or fire a missile launch from it, so that way it's a weapon scale, not personal scale, so it has to take setbacks for it, or I mean, increase the difficulty for shooting.
Okay. Yeah, you increase the difficulty by however many silhouettes size difference there is. So these are all silhouette 1, and some of the droids are silhouette 2. Okay, well, let's get going. Do your stuff. Who's doing what first?
So I guess Raptor will try and time it so that when Cat Cam's being sneaky to get near the Pirate Queen, he's being a lot less sneaky over at those trucks. Kind of with explosions and stuff. So he's going to move into position, kind of finding a spot to fly upward and get into position above.
I think we need to go into initiative.
I'll wait till someone actually attacks. That way you can just let me know, and I'm just got an idea of how many rounds it takes for you to do stuff.
Do I need to roll for fixing it? I mean, it's just a knife to the thing. I'll probably just rewire some stuff to make it usable.
It'll take a minimum of an hour to fix it. So.
Do you want me to roll for it, or we
no? You're gonna pass it. I don't see any way you could fail it.
Okay. So I guess when everyone's in position, I guess for that hour we can. Whoever wants to fire the first shot.
Well, I don't think they're waiting an hour, but you can still shoot with it.
Yeah, I think the cannon's still functional, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Kit Cam, for you to get there, it's going to be 1 red, 2 purple to sneak over to that bunker to get past the droideka. Yeah, because the droidekas are not... They have no hand, so they're actively looking for any dangers. So anyone
wanting to
get
boosts for their setbacks?
You can have, if you're in the air, you get 2 setbacks because of the snow flurry. If you're on the ground, it's 1, because that represents the setback you'd have for making a perception roll. Okay, so Kit Cam, you were spotted while getting to the bunker. Just so you know, the bunker can only fire the one direction. There's only one opening, one exit, and that's where the blue is, where the blue V is coming out.
That was only the...
Yeah, how did they get spotted? It's just 2 successes, 4 advantages, 1 triumph, and the red that she missed the rolling was just a threat. So it would take away 1 of those successes.
You...
Sorry, I don't know what's going on and why, because I'm clicking off of it, but for some reason it's not clearing those purple dice off. Because that's a
No, I don't have anything. Mine's going kind of slow, though. I have nothing in. Okay, so I'll ignore the 2 that you... Okay, so let me figure it out. Okay, so you got 2 more... Okay, so you got the same result with the purple and red. You just got 1 less success. So you were successful. So it's 1 success and 1, 2, 3, 4 advantages, 1 triumph. Did you hear that? So 1 success, 4 advantages, 1 triumph is what you got on your stealth roll.
Yes.
So you weren't spotted. But I was letting you know that the bunker only has 1 entrance in and out, so you can't see them, they can't see you. The entrance is up here.
So I guess Raptor was spotted getting into position.
Oh, well, I'm also not inside of the bunker. I'm like laying flat on the bunker, kind of.
Oh, okay, you're on the roof or whatever of it. Okay.
So Raptor try to fly and do the same thing.
No, Raptor actually doesn't care if he gets spotted because he's trying to draw attention away from Cat Cam. But he tried to be sneaky just so he could get a shot off first, but I guess he didn't.
Okay, so yes, you were spotted. All right. And you had something, I guess. Oh, you had the 2 boosts. Okay, cool. All right, so
Well, he used a jetpack, so I think that might have been one move to get that far.
Yeah, if you have the jetpack at speed 1, you can basically get anywhere on the map.
So I don't know if he would have a chance to shoot after being seen, or if we're going.
They're not within range. They don't have. I don't think they have anything with extreme range.
Oh, he's aiming for the crew.
Yeah, he's
From
trying
the
to he's trying to make a call shot with the explosive missile launcher into a cockpit.
Which one?
Which vehicle from like just kind of a glance looks like it has heavier weapons?
The flash speeder. Hold on. There you go. This one for sure. It has
Alright, so
it
he's
has
gonna-
a turret on it.
So he's going to try and make a call shot to the cockpit, with that pocket missile launcher thing, or the briefcase missile launcher with the micro rockets.
All right. So it adds 2 setback. Is it a personal scale?
Yeah, it's personal scale.
Okay. Yeah. So it's 2 setback, and then your range band determines your difficulty.
So I guess I'll try and get within medium range of these guys and take a shot.
Okay.
And let's see, where's my character sheet? Him. All right, so 2 setback, and medium is 3.
Medium. I think that's 2. I think short 1, medium 2,
Yeah,
long
it's 2.
3.
Okay. And I don't think I get any boosts for that. So he's just going to make that roll. All right, so he can't blast, I guess.
So you shot one of the guys.
Yeah, I shot one of the guys for a ton of damage. Let me see what the stats on those micro rockets are. I think they're 7 base damage, so 13 damage for the guy that gets hit with a rocket.
Okay. He's bleeding pretty hard. Go ahead and take a strain.
Did you have anything on that weapon as far as mods that would?
No, everything I spent on that was to make it tiny. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I take 1 strain with him. I don't think he has any targeting systems in his armor.
Okay, so one of the guys is pretty hurt and the other one's not. I guess we'll go ahead and do the initiative then. Unless someone else is doing an action at the same time, he's doing that because he's kicking off the surprise round.
Probably if he's... Did he come over kind of from the same mountain where Jahat was?
No, where's Jahat?
He was over here.
Did
I was
you?
asking Steve.
Did you come from over here?
I guess you probably came from an off.
He probably flew up and then looped around that way and then came straight out to the east after kind of trying to use that mountain for cover, but unsuccessfully.
Okay. So Jahat's going to kind of go in at the same time as him and try and do the same thing over at the this other skiff on the far side.
Okay.
So
the Jawa skiffs do not appear to have a weapon.
Oh, okay. Does this personnel carrier? So he'll land there, and
no, it's just the regular personnel carrier.
No weapon
many-
on it at all?
Nope, it had the open top. That way, people could shoot out of it and still get cover.
Okay.
how many bad guys are in here?
Just the driver.
Okay. I'm gonna land behind him and do the chokey choke. Is he a minion?
Sure. Just do it.
All right.
So From the start of combat to where we are now, all the running back and forth, I want to say about an hour's happened. Yeah? Does that sound reasonable?
Oh, like from the initial combat?
Yeah, from like,
Probably.
what, two sessions ago? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say it's about an hour in game time. Right. You force choke him. He dies. All right. Then your comms, yeah, the player's comms kind of like something's trying to come through on the comms, but it's so staticky. It's like maybe the communications array of whatever's trying to contact you might have been damaged. You could almost make out.
But again, it wouldn't let me answer.
Yeah, you could almost make out Guilford's voice. So, but it's so staticky and.
Can I patch it through my relay that I set up?
No, you'd actually have to be. It's like their walkie's damaged. It's basically like if you have two walkie-talkies and the person trying to send a message out has a damaged antenna.
Can I try to zero in on the signal using my antenna?
Do you have something that does planetary range?
Yeah, I mean, the 3 mile columns we have, but then I had a narratively built a booster signal to boost it. So when I was trying to communicate,
okay. Oh yeah, then you can see that it's coming from.
it routed through my ship and all that.
You can see that the comm signal came from outside the atmosphere, kind of out in orbit.
Okay, I can do a computer's check, I guess, to try to zero in the signal. I guess would that be right? A computer's check.
You can't fix his signal. His end is busted. You can figure out where it came from. That's what you said. So you figured out that it's coming from just outside of orbit.
Or I can't clean up any of the static.
No, it's damaged. It's like his microphone's damaged, basically. So how are you going to fix that? Unless you go to the source and fix his microphone, you're kind of stuck.
I wasn't sure about that. Maybe it's just a bad static signal. Maybe I could boost the signal, something like that. Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to be on the ship that's having the trouble. Okay. Okay. Everyone else, did Kit Cam want to do something since you were kind of in position? And you hear them all shooting. Did you want to do anything before they can react?
Yeah. Yes. Me and my sentry droid will go. I'm going to take the first shot, and I'm going to aim it right for the queen's head. I want to decapitate her with my weapon.
All right. So it's your range band. How far away is she?
I believe it's medium range, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so within medium, so it's 2 purple, then called shot is 2 setback, and then she's also an adversary, so it's 1 red, 1 purple, 2 setback.
Okay, so repeat that again. How many?
1 red, 1 purple, 2 setback. Then is Urdak, are you sneaking somewhere?
I can't sneak.
Are you charging somewhere?
I don't think there's anyone close enough to charge to.
Oh, you
Urdak smash.
Okay, so here's the thing. You all know you're all... what's his name's... You all can do a free maneuver or action or whatever because they're not stealthy. They weren't stealthy, so the attack's been underway. So a loud explosion from a mini rocket went off. So before anyone can react on the bad guys, I'm allowing all the players to have a surprise round. So you can start running. Kit Cam's about to shoot. Oh, you got a despair. All right, but you did shoot.
Yeah, there's definitely no one near enough, even if I do use this action to charge.
So you did 11 damage. I'll say since you aimed at a headshot, I'll let the person have a critical hit.
Okay.
I'll go add a crit and then the damage. So you did 11. Alright. Shot her in the head, her head's bleeding, or it would be bleeding, but I think it cauterized the wound. Then also caused a crit for aiming at the vital part.
Cam, you should be healed. You were healed
Okay.
before.
All right, so that person's gonna go last now. The queen goes last. Okay, did you want to do something, Erdark?
There
Erdak.
is
Hold on.
literally can do.
Oh, hold on. Wait for Kit Cam. Kit Cam has a droid still to do stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So in that instance, then my droid is gonna aim and shoot at her as well.
Is your droid still back here?
Yes. He'll.
Does he have extreme range?
Oh, is that extreme? Okay. He'll move up to long range.
Let's see. Long is it 18, right? 18. Have to zoom out.
That's not the right droid. My center droid is over to the left here.
So I think you have to get within here to be within long range.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, then he'll just use his movement then to make it over to the ship, the busted down ship.
Okay, that'll take a while. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Then Erdak, you want to do something? You can at least charge if you want. I think Erdak needs a jetpack, so then Erdak can go somewhere in a turn.
Could also jump up on the back of that the Seraph speeder and finish bludgeoning those two pilots.
Yeah, there was a speeder left by the Fort Angiver.
Okay. Are you there, DJ? I cannot hear you.
I don't see his thing moving. Kit Cam, you should only be at 2 wounds because Angiver was able to heal 3 of them.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. So as you guys are shooting and stuff, you're starting to hear something off in the distance.
DJ's coming back on.
I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, we can now. What
Okay.
would you want to do? You got a free maneuver before we do other stuff.
Since everyone is too far away for my character to even do anything, he's just gonna wait for when people come closer.
Okay.
What's the damage that gun that turret does on the truck?
The truck turret.
Yeah.
Three.
That's 3 damage.
Yeah, it does 3. It does. I'm sorry. It does 60 damage if you're doing the planetary. It does 15. There's also a repeating on the turret as well. There's a repeating blaster that does 15. That has the auto fire in it.
I'm gonna have D4 take that turret and fire at that ship that seems to be the biggest threat.
All right.
So basically, it's going to see what Jihad's shooting at, or whoever Raptor's shooting at, and you just follow suit, shooting at the ship.
Okay. And then go for it.
What's the difficulty?
You go both still at 3, so it would be. Well, you're within one. You're within 2 of each other, so it's 1 purple, and it does not. It does not appear to have any defense. All right, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so he shoots at it and using the turbo. Where is it? There we go. All right, and he blows it up.
I wonder if those guys are taking any damage too from being in there.
Oh, they're dead.
Big old dead.
Payback.
Oh, okay. One's dead. One's pretty hurt.
Okay. I don't know if I have any advantage or triumph over. If so, carry it over for whoever needs it.
All right. So, as this is happening, you're seeing, you're hearing lots of TIE fighters kind of in the air. And then some of them start firing at some of the vehicles as they strike by, and some of the pirate vehicles are getting blown up.
All right. I would like to get on the comms quickly and let them know that there are Imperial forces taking over those vehicles. Recommend that they focus their fire on the threats in the air.
Yeah. So okay. Basically, all the pirate vehicles are getting shot at and blown up from TIE fighters. If you're looking, it looks like there's at least 15 different TIE fighters swarming in the air. The pirates look scared and they run. Some of them are trying to run away. Some of them are kind of cowering and throwing all their weapons on the ground and putting their hands up and getting on their knees. It's a lot of chaos. You can hear, what do you call it, a TIE shuttle blasting over the intercoms. All pirates are in violation of Imperial 1367 Sector 2. The penalty is imprisonment, and any resistance is death. Drop your weapons and prepare to be processed. So that's kind of going over the airways from one of the TIE shuttles flying in the area.
So that's a good thing to hear, right?
Yeah, you guys are
Maybe.
Imperials, right?
Depends on how well they check our paperwork.
The droids are not scared, though. The droids are also being targeted by TIE fighters. So,
Don't droids have their own personality, though?
these are battle droids, so they
yeah, most of the battle droids in the game have their own personalities.
No, not true. The original OOM security droids developed personalities because they were never actually battle droids. They were security models. They weren't actually trained to shoot people and take orders and stuff. As they've evolved and started doing battle droids, you never see a droideka talk back or have a personality. You never see the B2s talk back or develop personalities because these were actually hardened battle droids. They were developed to shoot and kill, not question orders. And so it just depends on what type of... These are hardened battle droids. They don't have the personalities or have any personality quims about their functionality because the security droids were all weird and stuff in episode 1 because they went from being protecting and checking people's credentials and stuff like that to actually being in the army and actually happened to switch their roles, and they were never actually programmed for that. So a lot of them had a bunch of bugs in it until they got the B1 battle droids. But so that explains that. But yeah, so they're basically being targeted. If you want to do something with the queen while they're distracted, you can kit cam. Udark, if you want to go take out a guy or two before the Imperials land. Any of you guys,
Still
want
can't
to do
do
stuff
that.
like
They're
that?
still too far away.
Well, of course you can run up them. A lot of them are surrendering. But basically, an AT-AT is deployed onto the snowy ground to show the Imperial might. Actually, two of them. A couple of AT-STs also come onto the scene. You can see some Imperial army. Actually, they're snowtroopers, are dressed for the occasion, of course. So as these AT-ATs and AT-STs are on the scenes, they're not even taking chances with the droids. The droids don't start firing at them anyways, and they're just getting blown up left and right. They're also considered illegal. So they're destroying any droids they see that are illegal battle droids. And Guyver, you would know this. So if you need to take precautions, or anyone else with a droid that has not been registered or have any type of Imperial credentials, now would be the time to get them out of the area.
Okay, real quick then, since I get in my other turn, I want to go ahead and try to pop another shot off at the queen again with the cold shot.
Okay, same difficulty. It's one red, one purple, and then you're 2 set back. Oh, a shot whizzes by her head and she lays prone on the ground. She can't tell if that... what do you want to do with the advantages?
I'll pass them off to the next player.
All right. So, let's see. All right, so a couple of these guys come onto the scene. Then... Okay, but you get the
Senna's
picture.
going to order Raptor to kind of head back underground.
Okay. Anyone else want...
They're going to start helping each other take off their illegal armor.
Okay. And the stormtroopers are halting people, arresting them or shooting them usually if they're Rhodians, they just get shot. He resisted. Saw him, sir. Yep, saw him. Yep, this one's resisting too, and they start shooting them even though they're not resistant, but because they're racist little bastards, they start shooting them indiscriminately. Some of them haven't seen action with the AT-ST, and they want to see what a grenade does to a Rhodian, and so they shoot that, and they blow up some of the and basically, I don't think any of these aliens are going to survive. You got these Ugnaughts scared crapless over here. They don't.
Yeah, I'll. As they're going up, I'm gonna have because my stormtroopers are moving up there too, and I'm gonna have them kind of flag down somebody that looks like they're in charge and communicate that hey, there's the 2 Ugnaughts up there that are Imperial citizens. They were prisoners.
Okay.
And Jahat himself is looking for the person who looks most in charge, and he's gonna go make his way over there.
Okay. I'm pulling some stuff on the map. I need one of these guys. Okay, so the guy in black obviously looks like he's in charge. And he's got his hands full behind his back, looking at them, wiping out the pirates. So he's over here.
Well,
You, sir, halt! And stormtroopers kind of focus their weapons on you. What are you wearing?
he's wearing some pretty simple Mandalorian armor.
Identify yourself.
Agent Jax Cannon, ISB.
I'm assuming you got your credentials.
Of course.
And what do you hand him?
I hand him those.
I mean, what are they? Are they the ones that people created? Does it give you a discount, or are they a tool? What do they do? What are they?
So with it's the ones he ended up with back on the space station. So they're
Official.
basically yes, these are official ones.
All right. So he takes their credentials, looks at them. Ah, yes. Okay. I heard that there was an ISB presence on here from Officer. Give me 1 minute. Officer Slake. I'm assuming that's definitely you.
That's hence the irregular uniform, obviously, and some of the.
1 moment. Don't shoot the Ugnights. I have a suspicion they might be Master Blaster. Can you confirm?
They are. That's what this rescue operation was for.
Oh, yes. Bring them over here. Don't injure the Ugnaughts. They are very good tax-paying citizens of the Empire. Okay. I see you got some stormtroopers and some, I guess, ISB tech advanced armor. Always good to see them innovating.
Of course, the enemies of the Empire don't. The enemies of the Empire don't sleep, so why should we?
Yes. Well, I am Captain Velview of the Steadfast. I've got my Victory Class 2 Star Destroyer in the orbit as we speak. We are securing the planet for the citizens and have people also inside of what Master Blaster calls Dome Town, though I don't think that's its actual name.
I think the name is a bit of a work in progress for now.
You do know, when I did do a little search on you, I did have a flag appear. Apparently where did I put it? I know I wrote down the hand. What's the guy's name? Okay, here it is. Oh yeah. So apparently, some Imperial hand, Assange Grieve, has flagged you for questions involving the destruction of Imperial property. So I assume you know what that is about?
Related to an ongoing investigation, so yes, I think the paperwork would technically have my name on it for that.
Well, seeing how you've helped secure these pirates, I take it you will be able to handle that, and I don't have to get involved. Just make sure you contact him and get your business squared away.
Of course, yes. Our offices are obviously someone like me doesn't directly get to go talk to a hand very often, but our offices should be handling that. I'm surprised that flag is still there, actually.
Well, it looks like this cave was blasted in. Is there anything important to report about this particular cave?
No, it looks like it was maybe some kind of prospecting mine, but it only went down a few hundred feet.
Oh, very good. Okay. Well, let's see. Who's all pirates? We got the pirate queen right here. Right. Proxy pirate queen in binders. Let's take this mask off. He takes off the mask. She's wearing the jewel one, and she looks human. It's like, oh, great. Let's go take her back for public execution. Get her bodyguard. Go ahead, get the Wookiee. That'll make a good slave. Trandoshan, go ahead. That's a good slave too. So he's basically ordering them. They're killing the ones that don't look like they'd be of use in the spice mines on Kessel, and they're binding up the other ones that look like they have some use for the Empire. I was like, So, as we're wrapping up here, you care to come check out the... I got so many notes, I gotta keep looking over them. Check out my Star Destroyer and debrief us on the situation.
Of course. I think that would probably be best. Let me go get my briefcase really quick from part of my team, and then...
Also, if you have any confidential informants that are not pirates, if you could provide me with their pictures and identities so that I can share it around with my men so that they don't accidentally get destroyed or enslaved.
I can give you images of them as they currently are. I think I'll be avoiding handing out any identification. We've had some information leaks lately, unfortunately. There's apparently some rebel slicer cell that's been trying to take interest in disrupting my team's work. So
Okay.
I want to avoid giving them more information if I'm able to.
So, yeah, just do a 3 red discipline. Or if you got some other skill you want to use that you can narratively use to obfuscate the truth.
All right, so I've got my that's carryover stuff for my Jax Cannon identity. So I can actually reduce that to a simple check.
And Urdak, if you want to take advantage of your character being in the Imperials, you can.
Don't know how.
Do you want to come explore Star Destroyer with me?
Not really.
Okay. So basically, they kind of wrap things up. They confiscate all weapons and droids they shot, and pretty much anything that doesn't have any material value, they remove. They offer to fix up your ship, or send some technicians to fix up your ship if you want them. Your ship has survived. They Officer Belfast informs you that 2 of the pirate ships were disabled, and that they saw a C-ROC leave and jump into hyperspace right when they were coming out of hyperspace.
Interesting.
Darn.
So that's kind of the briefing there. They stay for a little bit to help get the businesses up. You guys have destroyed the pirate presence, so after doing that, the Athorian company is more than happy to sign the contract, so you guys can have that and have your obligation removed. They'll stay and help force the pirates that were not killed yet rebuild the city before they do a public execution of them or take them to the Kessel Spice Mines, whichever seems more appropriate. The Pirate Queen for sure is going to be executed. Kit Cam, if you want, you could be the executioner. But yeah, we'll say they stayed for about a week getting all that stuff fixed up, and then they leave the area, and then the only Imperial presence is Officer,
Like,
Officer Slake and his ship. Yep. So yeah, after they fix up the town, you're able to execute the Pirate Queen proxy publicly. So anyone else thinks about lifting a hand against the Athorian company or doing any pirating on Belfast, this is what they have to look forward to. All right. So everyone, I think all your obligations, and that mask is somewhere in the cave somewhere, but you've successfully debriefed them. You didn't raise any suspicions. He doesn't care about ISB. He's only concerned with Governor Walker's sector and anything that will get him ahead. So they leave. So about a week, you guys can get 25 experience points. I think everyone's got their obligation paid for on this one, and this kind of concludes what I had set up.
What can I scavenge from everything? The ships that blew up and all that, and we took out and stuff.
No weapons, no illegal droids. So any of the Jawa skiffs can be scavenged, but none of the skiffs that had weapons.
The ship that ships we were able to take down.
The Empire took a lot of that stuff. They confiscated anything with weapons.
so maybe that's a downtime thing we can do is get a good list of what you were able to scavenge from these. Could we maybe try and convince them to like only confiscate, like remove weapons from a bunch of those, and then tell them, hey, we can repair some of these, or maybe break them down for supplies to help with repairs around Dome Town. For loyal Imperial citizen, Master and Blaster.
3 red. It's 3 red if you want to.
If they blew up some of our stuff, it's a payback for what they blew up.
Yeah, 3 red you can negotiate, or you can do a negotiation. What is negotiate?
Okay.
Is that versus term? You can do a 3 red to deceive, or you could do a negotiation check.
I think it'd just be opposed negotiation. So I'll.
All right, that's just 2p. He's not really a negotiator, so it's 2 purple for someone that wants to negotiate.
I could have my droid assist you with that if you need it.
I think Cena might be the best.
Yeah, I think.
Am I on? Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. So.
And you can just add my force dice, 3 force dice to that.
All right, so 3 force dice, and you said it was
2 purple.
2 purple.
2 purple.
He's an Imperial officer, not a merchant.
So from that deception check earlier, I have some advantage that I'm going to spend.
Okay.
So what I wanted to spend that on is there's the legendary legend. So I can basically introduce 2 facts as if I had spent a destiny point.
Okay.
And what I want to do is I want to convince him that, as part of my, sensitive ISB operations in deep cover, to keep my actual name out of the reports. So just, and honestly, maybe even kind of turn it into a little buttering him up thing, like, hey, it makes you look even better that you guys solely came in through here. You can just leave the ISB out of it.
Yes, he likes that idea. In fact, he'll just say they arrived just in time to prevent anything bad from happening.
And then for the second one, I want to have the legend of ISB agent Jax Cannon grow a little bit. Get spread through word of mouth.
Okay, yeah, Belfast, sure. Also, those credentials that Angiver got from Commander Cisco, they're official, so they will work for any Imperial stuff if you want to help.
Yeah, that's what he's going to use it to. If they try to question him and stuff like that, he'll say that. He's here. Was here to help out, and now he's just scavenging stuff.
Cool. Well, that's pretty much all I had for this. So you guys have pretty much got rid of the pirate one, got your obligation. So I guess we can update your obligation offline and just let us know what the obligation's at for whoever's running the next game. I will not. I'm moving on the week, not next week, but the week after. The weekend after, I'll be moving on the 15th and 16th, so I won't be able to record or be online for that.
Okay.
So, I guess on chat, if someone has something, they have an idea if they want to run something next week, feel free to, or we could just take like a 2-week break. I'm good with either one. So we just mention it online. There's a story ideas chat that people can use.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Cool. All right.
Thanks for running, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Yep, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a good week.
You
You
too.
too.